And good morning and welcome to Touch Base Day. My name is Ron Foster and I'm here to touch base with you every day, every weekday. How about that? I can just say weekday because Saturdays and Sundays is no more. Oh, because I have to work. I have to get out into the world. But anyway, I used to be on here every day, but I am definitely here every Friday through Monday through Friday. How's everybody doing? Good morning. It is Tuesday. And you know what that means? You know what that means? It is Tip Tuesday. And today's Tip Tuesday subject is on getting low as a photography strategy. And we've talked about this before, but we're going into depth this time because now we're on YouTube. So we have a reason to go into depth and share the stages and all the other stuff that's about going into getting low as a photography strategy. So what's going on? Let me say good morning to folks. Good morning, Miss G is in the building. She says good morning, good morning, good morning. Rashawn is in the building. So good to see y'all. I can't wait to tell you what happened to me yesterday. I really do feel like I'm in a lot. Sometimes I feel like I'm on the set of Good Times. Temporary layoffs, all the little things that happen in life. I feel like I am in the scenes of Good Times. And I'll tell you the reason why I said that. So let's see who's in the Instagram world. I see there's some Instagram folks out there. Instagram folks, if you are in Instagram, come on over to our YouTube channel. That's where we live. That's where we thrive. That's where you have a better experience. So the screen is not so small. Come on over to YouTube, and all you have to do is go into YouTube search and put in Touch Base Daily, and it will pop up. Even if you put it in Google, it will come up Touch Base Daily. Just got to scroll down just a little bit. But it is right there. So come on over to our Touch Base Daily. And when you come on over, subscribe. Subscribe and be part of this amazing community because it's not about me, it's the community. We are having a good time over here. We learn things. We learn new subjects. We talk. We communicate. We encourage one another. That's what a cute community is all about. So welcome, welcome. And I see, hey, Omar's in the building. Dr. Omar, good morning, everyone, he says. The king is in the building. And so, yeah, man, I am so excited. And again, no one calls me until I come online. Isn't that crazy? It's like clockwork. It's like, is it really like that? I don't get it. No phone calls all morning. None. It's just the way it is. I'm on a set of good times. So anyway, let me tell you what happened to me yesterday. After I got off with you guys, I ended up going to I had to go out. Where did I go yesterday? Yesterday I was supposed to go do my walk, but I didn't do that. So I ended up going out. Where did I go yesterday? I can't remember what I did yesterday. Anyway, I came back home. I went to my door. I took out my key. Oh, I know what I did. Let me go back. So yesterday, after I got off with you guys, I ended up talking to Gwendolyn. And she was helping me with my Word document. Thank goodness for Gwendolyn being my tech guru. Yeah, see, now it's all coming back to me. It's all coming back to me now. I want to sing my Celine Dion song. It's all coming back to me now. So we were on there. She helped me out. We kept trying to figure out this word situation. Yes, it does, Omar. Omar says 60 does a number on you. Yes, it does. Called a freeze brain moment. Yeah, I know. Glenn says you got to turn on that do not disturb. I know. I need to make sure I do that every day. Grand Rising, say from Amparo, and then Elise is in the building. What's going on, Elise? So, okay, back to the story. So, I don't realize that my clocks in my house, the computer clocks are right. However, the clocks on the wall are wrong. I did not spring forward on the home clocks. So Now this, I mean, the stove, the wall, the clock in the bathroom, the clock in the bedroom, they're all on fall time. So anyway, I'm having a conversation with, I'm all in debt with Gwendolyn, with trying to figure out this problem. And then my potential client calls me and says, "Hey, Ron, are you on your way? And I just want to make sure you're okay. And are you on your way?" And I was like, "Wait a minute, what time is it?" I was like, I forgot I had an appointment with my client, my interior design client. And which was, thank God, she was so gracious. I said, "I am so sorry." Anyway, I got in the Uber, head on over there. Lucky she's in Brooklyn, and gave her some good organizing, constructive criticism about her apartment, and she and her husband. And so we're gonna work on a project together, and I'll be designing their home. And I said, before we design your home, we gotta organize. And so I was so excited about that. Got on the bike, had my computer, everything in hand, went over and got something from the Mediterranean restaurant, which I go there all the time to get my honey cake. So, but as of today, I'm on a fast. So no honey cake, no longer. I am on a fast from today for the next couple of days. So happy Ramadan to everyone that is out there celebrating Ramadan. And so I come home, I walk up to my door, I take out my key, I put my key into the door lock, and it snaps. It snaps off. It just, like milk, like butter. It just, as I turned the key, it just came off like, and so obviously, I'm trying to get the other part of the key out, or push the key in so I can kind of like use it maybe to turn it still and get into my apartment. Little did you say, I kept going at it for about an hour, trying to and then my neighbor next door sees me. She's like, "Oh, Ron, what's going on?" I said, "My key just snapped off in the lock." Now, I've lived in my apartment for 30 years, pretty much almost 30 years. 30 years. I have never lost my keys. In 30 years, I've never lost my keys. And I said, how is it possible that the key just snapped off? It was literally, and it felt like soft aluminum. I don't know if anyone has ever dealt with soft aluminum, but it felt like soft aluminum, and it just snapped as I turned the key. Man, I was feeling some kind of way. I had such a great day. Well, it was obviously a little stressful with my Word document, but I got Gwendolyn, so I had her to fall back on and say, "Help me." But I didn't know exactly what to do with a snap key in my doorknob, in my door lock. And I said to her, "Okay." So then like I said, my neighbor comes out. She comes out with tweezers. Maybe the tweezers can help you. And I was like, "No, it's way in there. The tweezers are not going to help." Anyway, I did try it. I did try the tweezers. I did try the tweezers. Hannah's birthday today. Happy birthday, Hannah. I'm gonna sing a song to Hannah when we finish. But um, so then I have to do the running around. So I end up calling the maintenance guys for the condo that for this building I live in. And I say, "Hey guys, this is, I gave my apartment number and everything. And I said, my key is snapped off in the lock. Can you please send a maintenance technician to help me?" Well, I kind of did that in the very beginning. And 15 minutes went by, then I called again. 30 minutes went by, I called again. And I said, I am not going to get results from the maintenance guys at the building. So I go down. My neighbor says, "Hey, why don't you go downstairs to the security guard desk, and they may be able to help you. Maybe they'll radio them in." And I said, "That's a great idea." So I go to the desk, and I asked the lady at the desk. I said, "Hey, this is, I need the maintenance guys. Is there a way to radio them?" And I told her what happened. She calls it in. Then she calls in her boss, and then her boss says to her, "Oh, there's a number of a locksmith in the top drawer. You can give that to him because probably the maintenance guys are not going to be able to help him either. They're going to have to call the locksmith anyway." So get the locksmith. Get locksmith comes over. I mean, I call the locksmith. He's like, he's really, you could tell sounds like a nice guy on the phone. And so within like, I would say about 40 minutes, 35 minutes, he was here. And such a wonderful young man. And anyway, long story short, we go through this whole process of, are you able to save the lock? If we can get into, you go, well, I have another key in the house, but and this is where I wish I would have done, is left my neighbors with my key, because I have their key. They probably should have my extra key. So because once he pulled it out, he went in and pulled it right. He got this little device, slid it in there, and pulled it out. And if I would have left my key with my neighbor, I could have simply got the key and unlock the door and go into the apartment. Well, it wasn't that easy, obviously. So they had to drill out the center of the lock to open up the door, and it was easy. He drilled in there, got inside, popped out the way called. Then ended up changing out the what they call the drum and all the other stuff. Anyway, had a great time with this conversation, but was not prepared for the cost of this transaction. But shout out to the locksmith who came out and helped me. Yeah, it was absolutely amazing that he was able to do it. But it made me start to think about, you know what? I'm sure I'm not the only person that this has happened to in the world. He said, "No, it happens a lot." He said, "No, it happens pretty often, more than you think." And I said, I could have saved myself $500. Woo! Did I say that? Did I say almost $500? Woo! If I simply would have left one of my keys with my neighbor. And I was just telling Gwendolyn what a great month I was having, you know, work-wise. So this made me feel like I was in good times because I got a great photography project paid. It was a real good money came in from there, from this, this project. And there it was, gone. The extra money of the month, gone. Just like that. I said, am I in a scene from Good Times or what? Anyway, I'm happy that I was able to get back into the house. And also I got a new lock. So I have a new lock, more highly secured than the other one, even though the other one was highly secure. He said, "Oh, yeah, man, you had a good lock on your door." I said, "Well, it came with the apartment 30 years ago." So anyway, yeah, man. I could have bought an air conditioner. I could have flown on a trip for that cost of changing out my lock. So what's the just in all of this? Why am I sharing this with you guys? One, because I just want to air it out. And so I said, this is absolutely crazy. But what it does for me, and I said, this is a good reminder. Okay. Omar said, "What's your Cash App?" I said, wow, we have to trust our neighbors. And I love my neighbor. My neighbors, like I said, they give me I have their key. And so whenever there's projects going on, when they go away, I have the key. I can help them out. I said, Ron, you have to be a little vulnerable and trust your neighbors with the same trust that they have for you. So, because I could avoid it. I could have avoided the $500 bill because just to come out and pull out the key would have been like $250. But because it was $250 to get the lock chain, pull the key out, and then he had to change the lock. I was not ready. I was not ready. But anyway, so guys, can I say something? Find a good neighbor that's in your building or next door to your home, and leave your spare key. Leave them with a spare key, because one, it will save you in case you lose your key. Two, if you ever have a key that breaks off in the lock, like I did yesterday, you'll be able to call the locksmith, and then they use this little jimmy jam, pull it in and pull it out. I couldn't believe it. He just did it just like that. It was like bam and out. And all I had to do was go next. If I would have left my key with the neighbor, all I would have had to do was get my extra key from the neighbor and go into my apartment. Lesson learned. So in the middle is a high-end lock system that I got, but I am definitely getting an extra key made. I'm getting the extra 2 keys made, one for on premises and one for off premises. It was my lesson learned, and I thought I should share it with you because you know me, if I learn something, I'm all about you learning something. So here we go. Dr. Tachi's in the building. Kimmy's in the building. Janet Fisher is in the building. Janet says, by law, your super in New York City is supposed to have access to your apartment when you're not around. Well, you know what? Unfortunately, my supers were not around either. They were not around either. And they called me this morning, and the super called me this morning and says, are you okay? He says, do you still need our help? I said, yeah, but you're just calling me today. It's morning. But lesson learned, right? We learn. I said, there has to be a greater good in this event. And here it is, to tell people about it so that we all will learn from it. Janice said, only you, Ron. Yes. Yeah, Lisa Cass says, now you know. Yes, lesson learned. Oh, yeah, I know now. Neighbor will have a key. Maybe 2 of my neighbors will have the key. So I know one thing. It was quite interesting, the whole ordeal. Yeah, it was absolutely incredible. So it's Hannah's birthday today. Hannah is in the building. Hannah is in the building. She says, thank you, everyone. It has been a glorious time. Simply the best. Getting ready for another birthday luncheon with friends. Everyone have a better than great day. P.S. birthday 3-5. So you had a birthday. Your birthday passed. Happy birthday. I'm not going to sing. Even though I wanted to sing. I don't sing too well. So anyway, happy birthday, Hannah. Happy belated birthday. Hope you have an amazing birthday luncheon. I know you will. And GRG says, I locked myself out one time, and that was one time too many. It is the worst feeling. It is the worst feeling to be locked out of your home. I was like, and then I was like, oh, my stomach's not feeling well. Because you know how your nerves get crazy? Then you feel like now you got to go to the bathroom. Like my stomach is all out of whack. Like I need to get into my apartment. Oh gosh, thank God for the locksmith. And again, thank God for the woman at the desk that knew enough to call her boss. And it all worked out. I said, there is some good. There has to be good in this. All things work together for good. And it was interesting. I ended up having a great conversation with the young man. And he was saying how he wanted to start his own business. And And he works for a lock, he works for the locksmith company, but he wants to have his own locksmith company. He's been doing it for 9 years. And then we start talking, and I was sharing with him some ideas about joining the Manhattan Chamber, getting his LLC. And so we just had a great conversation. And I said, you know what? When I went to bed last night, I said, maybe this whole ordeal happened just for this guy. Just for this guy. Maybe, you know, it was an expensive lesson or an expensive giveaway. And no greater thought than to believe that it's all gonna work out. It's all gonna work out. I said, I must be gonna play lottery this week. I must play lottery this week and get instead of giving away $500 to help someone, maybe I'll get 5,000 back. Who knows? Who knows? Anyway, I'm putting it out into the universe. That's what I do. Put it out into the universe. Okay, so in the news, let me give you a couple of news points, and then we're going to go right into our teaching of our lessons here, because we're going to go right into our, let me see here. Let me go here and get her off this screen. G, love you. Love you, G. There we go. She's off. So it's Tip Tuesday, getting low as photography strategy. That's what we're going to talk about today. But I want to bring a couple of things to your attention. We talked about here in our community, just so you know, the Haitian Prime Minister resigned yesterday. So there's a lot of gang activity going on in Haiti. And we talked about this last week in our news on Thursday, but there seems to be some, I think, no, 2 weeks ago now. Oh, wow. Has it been last week or 2 weeks ago? But we were talking about Haiti and the gangs and the photographer that took those amazing Mr. Clark, that took those amazing photos. Well, there is change going on in Haiti. America has also contributed 300 million or 30 million. I think it's 30 million or 300 million. $300 million, I think it is. And that's a big difference. $300 million towards the helping Haiti. And Kenya is using their police force to go into Haiti to help them out. So America is not using their forces, but Kenya is using their forces. They've been asked to help in this outreach to Haiti to bring some resolution and also to come up with a governing plan with also I do believe there's one gang leader that is more superior than the others. And so I guess they're going to work on some kind of unity in the country. But Haiti that was on our map last week, and just wanted to give you a progress report. The Haitian Prime Minister did resign yesterday, and so that's going on. Also in the news, Trump employee number 5, Mr. Brian Butler. For those that don't know, he is at first he was described as just Trump employee number 5 in the case against Trump. Well, he did an amazing interview on CNN yesterday. So check that out if you have some time. You want to look at something that's really interesting. It was just, he said he knew that they were going to release his name and release the names of all the other folks that were involved, as in the workers list. So he wanted to, control the narrative. So he was able to get it out there and share on CNN interview. Very good interview. Very good interview. So check that out. This is another one that we know about. Trump had repeated praise for Hitler in a new book that came out. So we already know that information. Just wanted to put it by you. General Kelly mentions all the different stuff about Trump. So that's what's happening. And also we know about Viktor Orban in Hungary, mentions Trump's plan to his people in Hungary. And that is that if he becomes president, he will simply end the war in Ukraine by allowing Russia to take it over. And he said he will not finance, the exact quote is, Trump will not finance the war in Ukraine. He will cut off funding. And that is in the news. There's a lot of other news. There is a great Interview, it may make you angry, but I like seeing this kind of stuff because I like to know both sides of an issue. On the Cuomo project, let me see if I can write that in here so really quick so you can have it. The Cuomo, I think it's Cuomo, right? Cuomo, Cuomo. I can't remember. Is it Oumo? I think it is. No, it's just OMO. OMO. Cuomo project. And what it is a he has an interview with he and Carlson, Tucker Carlson, and Tucker will make you angry, but is interesting. Am I spelling his name wrong? Is it Q? Is it CU or CO? Can't remember. I think it's CU. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Did I ever post it? I didn't post that there. So let me get there. Here we go. Here we go, and put that up there. Cuomo, I think it's Cuomo. So it's a great interview, but it will get you under your skin. Some of the things Tucker says, you just want to just scream. But it is also when you listen to what he's saying in this interview called the Cuomo Project, you really understand why Trumpers feel the way they do because he is one of the reasons why they think the way they think. So it will help you to understand what's going on in the rest of the country and why people believe in what they believe. I mean, if you're into that stuff, but it was quite fascinating. So I definitely, me being the nerd that I am, that was something that was on my radar. Okay, let's see what's going on with you guys. Good morning, everyone. I see Derek is in the building. Derek is in the building. He's popped in. Oh, see, I always miss the O, right? It's Chris Cuomo. There we go. Into with Chris Cuomo and Tucker Carlson. Thank you, dearest. Charlene, you're the best. See, that's why this community, when I am stumped, you guys have the answers. Yeah, Elise says there has been a lot of talk about the resources in Haiti. Haiti has a lot of resources, and again, always follow the dollar. The dollar will let you know what's important in the world. Okay, there we go. There we go. Good mornings. Good mornings. Good mornings. Kelly is in the building. What's going on? Okay, let's do some talking. Let's talk some photography. It's photography time. Okay, Tip Tuesday. Oh, there we go. Tip two. Getting low as a photography strategy. Are you ready? Are you ready, guys? Are you ready for some photography? That's what we're talking. Photography. It's Tip Tuesday. It's Tip Tuesday. Let's do it. First, reasons to get low. Now, you always hear me talk about that all the time. And Lord knows, as I get older, it's harder to get low. But it will change the impact of what your photos look like. And like I said, you've heard me, our community has heard me say this before and while we were on Instagram, but now we're on Instagram, YouTube, and LinkedIn. So I'm on 3 platforms right now. So the other 2 platforms have not heard me speak about this subject. So I said, why not go into it and dive into it greater? So one of the reasons why, I'm going to give you 5 reasons why it's important to get low in your photography, in photographing your family, photographing your friends, photographing on a project, photographing a client, photographing buildings, photographing a subject. Get low. Everyone can take a photo at eye level. Everyone can. But very few people, professional photographers, I should say, they get low. So if you, as smartphone photographer, just everyday hobbyist photographer, and you want to improve your photography, here's something that professional photographers do is get low. They get low. They get down to the ground. They focus that lens upward. And there's so many reasons why. Reason number 1, diversity. Shooting from a low angle can add variety to your portfolio, making your images less predictable and more engaging. Remember I said everyone can take pictures at eye level. Shoot, Some people take pictures from up. I was sharing with a gentleman today while I was photographing him on this weekend pass. He goes, "Oh, my chin is a little too pronounced. My chin is a little too pronounced." I said, "Oh, let's change it up a little bit. I need to photograph you a little bit from up, so that way your chin is a little more narrow versus me shooting level with you and it's showing up. So if you want to narrow your face a little bit, you want to shoot a little bit from up, come down. But today we're talking about low. Get low. Look up. Go low and photograph up. But it does. Shooting from a low angle can add variety to your portfolio. There's some photographers in here. I think Diane is in here, and a bunch of amazing photographers out there. Omar. Um, what I love about watching other photographers and their work, like you see cover work like Keith Major and all these like Ebony and Essence and a Story and Architectural Digest, where they all photograph Alicia Keys and someone just they are not afraid to go low to take the shot because it adds a different feel to the photo. So try it. Give yourself some diversity. Take some levels, level up, level, but also go low. Next, make subjects more interesting. A low perspective can make ordinary subjects look more intriguing by offering a fresh viewpoint that is different from the usual eye level shots. Remember I said eye level is normal, it's regular, it's mundane. But when you shoot from a low angle, it really does give you another feeling of the photo. Like someone in Times Square, maybe standing on a block, and you got all this beautiful architecture around the person. And then you shoot from low. And then you got all of those leading lines of the roofs of the buildings coming into the subject. Or same thing going low and the leading lines coming up from the ground. It makes the photo much more interesting. It makes you like, what's going on over there? You see the subject, but you're like, that's some interesting building that she's standing in front of. Oh, she may be in front of this particular branding store or whatever, but it makes it interesting. Rashawn says, I gotta learn to go low. Yeah, go low. It's important. Oh yeah. Now, Miss G photographer, believes in getting low. Let me tell you, when you watch G in action, she always has her knee pads. She always has her knee pads. I said, wait a minute, are you a photographer? Are you working for Home Depot? Kidding. She always has her knee pads. As a matter of fact, it was because of G that I got my own pair of knee pads. They're right inside the bag and they go everywhere I go because the Lord knows when I'm on a photo shoot, it hurts to put your knees on the ground. But that's for us professionals. But if you're just going to do a shot of maybe your friend or your family member, you can get down on your knees for a moment, take the shot and get up. Shoot, in today's photography world, in today's cameras, a lot of us have swivels, right? Or for the smartphone users, what did we learn a couple of months ago? I think in January, you can take your phone, put it down to the ground, right? And take the picture upside down. Yes. Take the picture upside down and then reverse it. It'll come back up. So you can go down to the ground because you can get further, you can get closer to the ground by taking the photo upside down, right? You don't even have to get on your knees. Just bend down, crouch down a little bit. Take your phone, take your smartphone, take the picture upside down. Put the phone upside down. and then just reverse it. And you got a beautiful photo from the perspective of the ground. Not everyone's going to have photos from the ground up. That's what's going to make your photos stand out. Anthony says, a moving blanket is a great idea. They're soft and durable. Yep, that's right. Knock that thing there. Sometimes I get on, I know when I used to, well, when I first started my meetup group, they used to see me just get on the ground and just lay on the ground. Just lay on the ground. Just lay on the ground. I know. New York City's streets are a little dirty, but you know what? Sometimes it's worth the shot. Sometimes, yeah, kind of stupid of me sometimes, I guess, but I want the shot. I'll be walking in a place like Washington Square Park, and I would walk home from work, and I would have my khakis and my button-down collar shirt on. And guess what? The photo, I knew that the photo was going to be beautiful from the ground up. So I got down on the ground in my khakis and white shirt. Someone will say, Ron, that's crazy. But every time I look at that photo, I go, oh, that's one of my favorite shots. Get down, get low. So it makes subjects more interesting. A low perspective can make ordinary subjects look more intriguing by offering a fresh viewpoint that is different from the usual eye-level shots. Cass says, upside down, nice tip. Yeah, I learned that one. That was a good one. Take that phone. As a matter of fact, I learned that trick while I was doing some landscape photography. Yeah, you can take your skill sets from different types of photography and apply them. Cass also says, I like to take pictures from different angles, over, straight, forward, high, low, left, right. I like that. I like that. Good job, guys. And let's see here. This is what his one. Anthony Rowland says, thank God for articulating screens and portable stools. It's a back saver. He's a professional photographer. Excuse me. Okay, next one. Let's go to the next one. Number 3. Better backgrounds. By getting low, you can often find a more visual, pleasing background for your subject, avoiding distractions and focusing attention where you want it. For instance, right? When you take a picture and it's level on, guess who else is on level? Folks walking by, especially if you're doing street photography, right? If you are in Times Square, I'm going to use Times Square, or you're in Washington Square Park, or you're in Madison Square Park, or one of your famous parks wherever you live, or some famous area in your, where there's lots of foot traffic. There's usually people on the ground, on the level, right? Eye level. So when you shoot up, when you get low and shoot up, guess who's out of the frame? The people. The people all around you are out of the frame. If you go, so here's a trick. Here's a trick of the trade. In places like Times Square, that's why you see a lot of photos in Times. When you see a lot of photos taken in Times Square by professionals, like campaign photography, like marketing, editorial, commercial, you see a lot of those photos are from the ground up. It cancels out the people, but it gives you great architecture for the background. Gives you beautiful blue skies or stormy skies. Like one time you saw a photo that's on my page of a young lady. Maybe I should go to it. Maybe go to my link. I'm gonna go to my Instagram page. It's the first photo on my page. And yeah, we're gonna go there right now because it's such a great example of it. Here we go. Here we go. Share this. Let me share this screen of this one photo. Like that photo. I could not have achieved that photo if I was at eye level. But look at the drama in this photo because I got down to the ground. I love photographing this particular particular person that hangs out in Washington Square Park. Her name is Konami, and she is an artist who uses her body while dancing to create beautiful art. So I ran into her several times. I have a whole series on her, and but this was one of those photos that it was a storm coming in. The clouds got dark. The sky looked like, uh-oh, hell is about to break out. Literally, hail, Hail. Hail was about to break out. And I got low to the ground. I got on the ground to photograph her. And look at her. Look at all of this. And look at the drama of the clouds. So it doesn't have to be just blue sky days. Sometimes those cloudy days give you some great moments. Again, getting low. Getting low. Look at that. Get underneath the subject. Get underneath. Go low. I love this one. I love this series of photos of this amazing artist in Washington Square Park. Konami is amazing, and she is sweet as pie. Sweet as pie. Okay? Do you see what I'm saying? Get low. And I could have shot this photo with my smartphone, or obviously I photographed it with my Nikon Z2. Maybe it was the Z2. Yeah, I think it was the Z2. Or it could have been, maybe it was my D810. I think it was the D810. I didn't have my other one yet. I don't think. Oh, interesting. But get low. Can I get the StreamYard link to talk with you? No, you cannot, because I don't know you yet. But once we get to know each other, I will have you on. Yes, definitely. Get to know me offline, and we will definitely see if it's okay if you can come online with StreamYard. I have no problem with doing that. Once I get to know you, I must. The reason why is because I protect my audience. I must protect my audience and my community. But thank you for the offer. Okay, the next thing. Number 4. If you want your subject to look powerful, here we go. Getting low is for a heroic look. Low angle shots can give your subject a more imposing, heroic stature, emphasizing their presence and importance within the frame. Like if you're photographing the Vice President of the United States, you're probably at some point, I'm not sure, Omar, maybe you did, or maybe you're not. I think you did. I think you got a little low versus you got eye level, but you did some low shots too. Or for instance, one of my models, actor friends that I photographed a couple of weeks ago, I wanted him to look prominent. I wanted him to look important. I wanted him to look strong. And so by doing so, I got low. I got low. And he was so happy with those photos. He was like, Ron, that angle is so amazing. So get low. Get low. Yeah. ICG says, she says to Roland, there is nothing like a stool with a good casters and rolling like a river. Yes, in your studio, right? If you have, I mean, obviously you probably won't have a rolling stool in the city. I mean, like in the street, but you could bring it if you have put it in your wagon carts. I'm gonna have to. Is this who is this person? Is it a way to delete comments, right? We're going to do that, and we're going to ban user. There we go. I know how to do that. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so there's always someone in that doesn't belong here. So sometimes I am not afraid to use the ban. Not afraid. Not afraid. This is not the place to do your marketing, especially during a lesson. We're doing Tip Tuesday. So MHSAZN, wherever that person is, has been banned. You will not play in this community. We'll have to let you go. Hello Healing says, my knees. What's up, Lisa? For those that don't know, that's Lisa. Lisa in Lisa's form. Yeah. The knee is, yeah. But think about it. The photo you're going to take, shoot, is going to be forever. The momentary pain on your knees will just be momentary. It's just going to be for a moment. It'll go away. Just gets a little rubbing thing going on, and you're fine. You're fine. Yeah, you're fine. So there you go. Okay, next. Let me pop that up. So again, make them feel heroic. Make them feel important. Like if you take a picture of your grandma, of your mom, or someone, you're celebrating them. Go low. Celebrate them. Make them heroic. Okay. Last but not least, playing with lines. Now you know how I feel about leading lines. Utilizing the lines and geometry from a low angle can lead to more dynamic compositions and guide the viewer's eye through the image, right? Depending on how far back you are from the person, you can get those leading lines moving in and directing the viewership or the viewers towards the subject, right? Omar does that a lot. I see that in a lot of his work. A lot of model work, right? When you work with a lot of models and you're doing it on the street, you use those elements of the street, using those leading lines of the street to bring the viewer to the subject. Okay. And in conclusion, these techniques can help you create more powerful and memorable photographs by altering the viewer's perspective and highlighting your subject in a unique way. I think this will help you. And I'm glad that I was able to do this over again, because now we're on YouTube. And I felt like, hey, I think I need to add more to this subject. That's how I just gave you like an overall, But guys, I hope this helps someone. And again, you don't have to have a professional camera to do this. Think about it. You don't have to have some big, giant professional Nikon or Canon or Fuji or any of those big cameras. It's all about taking the photo, the perspective, changing your perspective, getting low, get down to the ground, play with it. This weekend in New York City is going to be beautiful. It's going to be 68 degrees tomorrow, 70 on Thursday, 70 again on Friday. If you're going out into the streets of New York, get low. If you're going in the streets of Chicago, get low. Get low, y'all. Get low. Get low. Cass says, I love the leading lines. Yeah, because, we talked about that in our class, right? We talked about that in our class. She's back again. Okay, no, I got rid of that. Okay, there we go. Delete that comment right there. Got to clean up the page. Yeah. Okay, there we go. That's gone. Okay, there we go. Okay, guys, was that helpful? If it was helpful, hands up. If it was helpful, hands up. If not, don't say anything. If it wasn't helpful to you, don't say anything. But if it was helpful, say something. Let me know. Let me know. I always like to know if it benefits you. Okay. But yeah, so that was our Tip Tuesday, getting low as a photography strategy. I hope you learned something today in this wonderful Tip Tuesday. Anthony says, thank God for articulating screens and portable stools. It's you already got that for it. Okay, there we go. There we go. Love the leading lines. Love leading lines too, says Dr. Tachi. And hands up. I see those hands up. And Cass says, get low, get low. Okay. So yesterday, I was all screwed up. I must have been screwed up when I was when I was when I put the posting online, when I did the posting of my of my Patreon page. I said, Ron, you must have been drunk that night because that whole post was messed up. That whole post was a mess. So I had to repost it. I had to repost, and here it goes. So that way you can have it for the future. There is no class this Thursday. It is the 21st. So I don't know how. I must have been looking at the February calendar. I have no idea how I got that all mixed up. But we are having our Patreon community event, Basic Photography 101, how to use ISO. And that is going to be on Thursday, next Thursday, not this Thursday, next Thursday on the 21st, because that is technically the third Thursday of the month. So I must have been on some, I must have been sipping something that day. There's nothing extra in here but tea. But if you are in the Patreon community, you can join us, and we'll have that on the 21st, 8:30 Eastern time, and we will be talking about ISO and how to use it effectively, and not to be afraid of it, not to be afraid of ISO, not to be afraid of it. So we're going to be talking about that on next Thursday. Okay. And so that is, now we got that all corrected, because yesterday I was like out to lunch. I think it is time to change for some spring ahead. Yeah. Well, no, I did that post last week, or I should say the first week of March. Well, I guess that was last week. And I don't know what went wrong. It was just totally messed up. I think what happened was I was looking at the February calendar, or maybe I was looking at the April calendar. But now we're correct. We are now correct. And also, let me take you to our meetup page, because you'll have that also. I'm going to give you what's going on in our meetup community. Meetup. Here we go. Here we go. And this is what's coming up for meetup. And as a computer, come on, computer. Why did it do that? Why did it go to transfer? What the heck? It says meetup. Did y'all just see meetup there? I saw meetup there. Okay, meetup. Let's try that one more time. There it is, meetup. Let's go to this one. Let's go to meetup home. There we go. Okay, so for Touch Base Daily, we have our meetup community. We do. Yes, we do have a meetup community in Meetup. Touch Base Daily has a page. So go to it and sign up for it, because we have an event coming up. And that is Touch Base Daily, our meet and greet, Gordon Parks, Born Black. So we'll be there on, that is March 30th. So come on out for Touch Base Daily for some fellowshipping and connecting and meeting each other and all that stuff. This is kind of like the agenda, what we were doing. And it's going to be at the gallery in the city. What's the name of the gallery? It's the Jack Shaneman's Gallery on the west side of Manhattan. So come on out and sign up. Go to the TBD meeting and meet and greet Gordon Parks, Born Black. That is March 30th. So make sure you sign up for that. If you're in New York City, come and enjoy the time together. Also, if you are in our RLP Urban Photographers Meetup, that's what we do, street photography. We are meeting our next event. Oh, where is our next event? There we go. Our next event is Soho Galleries and Street Photography Hop. So, and why we do this? We do this a lot of times in March because we hang out in Soho. The objective is to be on in the streets. However, March is unpredictable in New York. Sometimes it's snowing in March around that time. So, and that is going to be on March. Let me just give you that date. That March, where's the date? There we go. That is March 23rd. So March 23rd, that is a Saturday, the fourth Saturday. We meet every fourth Saturday. So come on out. Soho Gallery and Street Photography Hop. And we'll be photographing on different locations in Soho and then moving around. And then we'll be also going to some of the galleries in the area. I am so excited because one of my favorite photographers just opened up a gallery exhibition at one of the galleries. Mr. David Yarrow. If you love wildlife photography, David Yarrow has opened up some photography there. So he has a show there. So that's about it. That is what's going on. That's the know. And so I hope you guys can join us in some of these events. And I plan them so that we can build community. And there's nothing like being out with other photographers, getting to know them, growing with them, being on site, photographing the neighborhoods, photographing people, and being able to look over to the side and laugh and chat it up about photography. So come on and do that. That's what we'll be doing on those days. Okay, guys, that is it. We are on time. We are doing good. I think that is it. Also, make sure you check out Dr. Tachi and her page with Indie Soup. Indie Soup, that is something that we are all supporting and we're getting behind. And it's because that is awesome with all the amazing people that are on that network that she created. Okay. Happy Tip Tuesday, y'all. Have a great Tuesday. Have a great day. I have a lot of work ahead of me. Got some editing to do. I got a bio to send out to, I can't tell you what that is. Oh, I almost let something out of the bag. But I do have to send my bio to a particular reason, and hopefully I'll be able to share it with you later. But I have something that, yeah, I almost let the cat out the bag, Ron. Yeah, but I do have to send a bio out today. So, and yeah, and a couple of photo shoots coming up. So, guys, I will see you on tomorrow. Tomorrow we have a guest, Tonya Fisher. Now, guys, do not miss tomorrow. Tomorrow is about trademarks and business. Trademarking your product, trademarking your name, trademarking all kinds of stuff, and all that stuff in that lawyer field that's going to help you as a photographer and as a creative. We have wonderful Tonya Fisher coming on tomorrow. And so I think I got her, I think I said it right? Tonya Fisher. And yeah, I got it right. So she's going to be with us tomorrow. And so definitely come in. We'll be here at regular time, 11:15. It's going to be great. So until tomorrow, until we get together tomorrow, have a great Tuesday. Love y'all. Later.